I don't want to waste time. So I just started the recording. I just want to share, like for me, um, you know that it's been quiet for a couple of months for me. I'm focusing more of business partners rather than PC because for me, it's business partners are more of a long term goal. Hi, Melissa, how are you?
I am good. Good morning. Good night. I don't know.
It's good night for us and good morning
That's
for
right.
you. So I'm
Yes.
just sharing kind of like a tidbits of how I have a success of having Nicole join us on board. So Nicole was like classmates in MBA, and she is very skeptic about the product and the business. And what I did is I told her about my why, which is I lost my job and I just don't have anything permanent. Like I was the contract as well, so basically hopping on every job that I can get. So even if I'm hopping a job, at least I have road and fields that would allow me to have like a permanent income or at least a monthly consistent income and an additional income from what I have right now. So I think maybe Nicole was able to relate in that situation. And but then she's still very skeptic. And what I did is I sent her the samples. So she really loved the samples. She really loved what it did on her skin, and I think that's actually the winner for me. I think that's kind of like changed the situation. So she liked it, and she loved the product, and I think from that she have maybe realized that what this product can actually do, and the product is really working. So after that, we had the 3-way call when I was in the Philippines. My internet connection is really bad, but then it's already there. She's already there. She's in the right mindset, and she know what's getting into, and that's how I get a success for having a business partner. So probably if we have more time, we can have like Angelica or like Sharina or Pauline like share their success stories in this business, and how other can also learn from those success. So anyhow, everyone, please welcome Melissa, who is leading this call, and it's basically like a training for all of us. So I know you are all in mute because Melissa, some of us are like putting our kids to sleep. So they are all in mute and just listening on the call. So you can just keep on talking, and I also put myself on mute. And thank you so much for having the time to join us in this. I know it's early morning on your end. So thank you so much. Our team really appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you for having us. Brittany and I have been talking about how much we want to focus a lot of energy on this growing team that you all have, because it is hard to start a new area and somewhat not, we don't want you to feel on your own, but in a way there's only so close we can get to you. So we really want to try and do this if you guys would have us. We would love to do this monthly. It doesn't have to necessarily be like same day, same time or anything, but we would love to just do like a monthly check-in, help you with things that you need. And at some point we will be coming over there, Brittany and I. So we're very excited about that. But I wanted to introduce myself for those of you who don't know me very well. And like Lonnie was doing, I want to share a little bit of my why with you, because I think some of you might resonate with it. And I'll tell you about really what I did at the beginning of my business, because we were a new market when I started as well, for the most part. I didn't know anyone that was doing this. No one that I talked to had ever heard of it. So I'm excited to dig into that with you guys. But my name is Melissa Bettini, and I am outside of Detroit, Michigan. And I have been doing this for 4 years this month, at the end of this month. And that's crazy to me. But what's really crazy to me is everything that has changed, because when I first started, I was expecting and hoping to get a little bit of extra spending money, because I am a teacher, and here teachers do not make a lot of money. And My husband did not make much money either. And so it was like we both went to school. We both had a lot of student loans between us. And we both thought we did the right things. Like I said, we went to school, we got our degrees, we got careers, but we were still struggling. And it was very frustrating to have worked so hard for so long to then be stuck. And I grew up with financial struggle. So I knew I didn't want that, and yet here I was. So when I went to my friend Kristen's launch party, I know so many of you have been having your launch parties, which is wonderful. When I went to her launch party, the person who was speaking, her name was Leslie, now RFX Circle Achiever, making over $60,000 a month. Yes. She said to all of us, I'm so excited about this business. I love this business. She was just excited and so positive, and you could tell she believed in what she was doing. And for me, she said, I'm making over $1,000 a month, and it's only been about 6 months. And my sponsor is on her way to earning her Lexus. And I thought, what? Like, I have never heard of something like this doing something like that. So I opened up my ear a little bit, and I was definitely less skeptical, but I still had my doubts. Like Lonnie was saying, I didn't think the products would work. Nothing worked for my acne my entire life. My mom had tried so many things her whole life, and nothing really ever seemed to be too fabulous. And so I was still skeptical, didn't buy anything, was not given a sample, left without buying because no one came up to me and said, hey, what are you going to get? Hey, what questions do you have? No one approached me, which is so, so, so important, you guys, like so important. So anyway, I sat back and watched, and I would watch her on Facebook here and there, but I did end up joining, obviously, a little while later, probably about a month later, but it probably would have been sooner if somebody would have come up to me and talked to me and initiated the conversation. So I decided that I was going to do this because I just kept watching her. She seemed to be having some excitement, and she seemed to be doing something. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, everyone. I'm out a little late. Where's everyone's faces?
They're all like listening, I think.
Oh, no. I want to see faces.
I know.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
I just ran with it because I knew what was possible. So that's why I want to share this with you guys. I want you to know what's possible here. And was I scared? Oh my gosh, yes. Did I have any idea what I was talking about? No. Did I probably make a ton of mistakes? Absolutely. But I just kept bringing calls to Kristen, as we have been encouraging each of you to do. And Angelica, you look beautiful. I don't know why you had your camera off. But I just ran with it. They say fake it till you make it. I didn't lie, but I just had this confidence and this excitement that nobody could bring down because I knew what was possible. Did I know I was going to get it? No, I'm this little normal person from a small area in Michigan. I did not know if it was going to happen to me, but I believed it was possible. And so I ran with it. And in just a short amount of time, in saying to people, you have to try these products. They're amazing. Here's a sample. Instead of asking people, I was telling people. Believe it or not, people like to be told what to do. People are very indecisive, especially women. We're very indecisive. And so I think it's important to go up to people and say, you've got to try this. This is amazing. Your confidence comes across to people. So just remember that. It's so important. I was going up to people and saying, you need to do this business with me. We would have so much fun together. We're going to make some money together, and we're going to be just like Leslie, making over $1,000 a month before you know it. And because I was so excited and because I believed, and even though when people would ask me questions, I would have to be like, hold on, let me get Kristen, let me get someone else, because I didn't know, but I was excited. And you guys, I'm telling you, that's everything. That is everything, because it shows that you believe, and people are only going to believe half of what you believe. So if you're only a little bit excited, they're not going to get that into it. So just remember that. I owe so much of my success, I believe, to just my belief and my excitement. So what's happened in 4 years? I did end up making over $1,000 a month in my first few months, which was incredible for someone like me who didn't have much. I started I had this weight lifted off my shoulders, which was incredible. But then what that trickled to was I started building these relationships with these women that were joining me and that I had joined, and making all these new friends and having things to do that I loved doing. Like, my work was going to have wine with a group of girls to talk about the business. Like, really, that's work. It was great. So I had so much fun with it, and my skin was transformed. And over time, it grew to be, several $1,000s a month. And then I doubled my teaching salary, and I've made the decision to be home with my 2 daughters that I was never supposed to be able to have because I have a medical condition. I get to be home with them, there for them with everything, and making very close to 6 figures with this business, which is insane, and driving a Lexus that I earned from the company, which, again, I grew up with a broken down like 1920 Corsica. Like, it's just crazy. So I want you guys to understand what's possible, and that it's possible for anybody. I swear to you that I am no one special. I didn't have special connections. I really had to build my connections, which is what I know some of you might be struggling with. So I wanted to talk about that for a minute. A big part of how I grew my business was using my using my friends' friends, because I didn't have that many. So I would ask and this is how Brittany joined, you guys. So Brittany is the biggest leader on my team, and this is how she joined. And my other biggest leader on my team, Jess, this is how she joined. So many of my other consultants, this is how they joined. So we want to teach you about this, and we'll give you more in-depth details about it. But it's called an opportunity post. I know Lonnie was just talking earlier about how she's focusing on growing business partners, and that's exactly what you want to be doing. You want to be talking to people about the business, leading with the business, because guess what? If they're not interested in the business, if it's not the time, if they're still a little bit skeptical, if you at least then can fall back on, well, listen, you have to try these products then. They're going to become a believer. They're going to watch you. They're going to still see your excitement, hopefully a little bit of success, and they will come around as long as you talk to them about the business and you get them on something. So I think, Lonnie, that's part of what some of your success has been. You follow those steps. But anyway, opportunity post is when you ask, and we have the exact directions, the exact wording for you, but it's when you ask someone that they don't have 20 of the same friends as you. Maybe they have a few, maybe they have 5, 10 of the same friends. Like me, I always thought about like my cousins, friends from college, because I was a loser in college. I was just focused on studies, so I didn't have that many friends. So I'm going to use their friends. So I would have them put up a Facebook post that said, listen, my friend is working this business all from home. It's incredible what she's being able to do, what people in this business are able to do. You can say something like, it's just starting here in Australia. We're having so much fun, whatever. We'll give you wording. So they put that up on their Facebook page. Guess who sees it? What I love about this is that when you're messaging people, which is extremely important, and I do every single day, you don't know who it's touching, what's going on in their lives, and whose attention is going to be caught. Whereas when you put up an opportunity post, if people like Brittany see it and they had already been thinking, I need to do something, or I've been thinking of doing something extra, they're going to respond. I have put up many opportunity posts where no one has responded. But then I've also gotten my biggest leaders on my team from this. So you're going to try it, you're going to do it, and you're going to do it again. And they're going to comment or reply. So basically what I do is they're a complete stranger to you. So you do have to be a little bit careful. There's a couple strategies with this. So let's say someone responds to your cousin's Facebook post and they say, yes, I want to hear more about this. This sounds really great. Have the person that put up the post for you, your cousin, message the 2 of you, introduce you guys, and then I take over as the consultant and say, thank you so much, Krista. You're amazing. we're going to hop off into a different chat thread so we don't bug you as we chat, because we're going to be chatting a little bit. And thank you so much. I can't wait to talk with, whoever. So then you start a separate chat thread. Hey, how are you? I love that you guys met in college. That's how we met too. Whatever. Do a little bit of small talk. Ask them about them. Do you have any kids? What do you do? Stuff like that. Just a little bit of small talk, and then say, listen, this is going to take us forever to type back and forth. Let's hop on the phone real quick for just a few minutes, or let's chat real quick. Sometimes people freak out with the word phone. Let's chat real quick. Is now good since we're talking anyway? I'll just take a couple minutes of your time to kind of explain to you what this is. I don't have a lot of time either. I'm super busy, so I promise I'll keep it short. Get on the phone. You can even do a 3-way call, and you're just going to excite them. Get them really excited, get to know them a little bit, build the relationship, and then you're going to set up another call to continue talking about it. So it's a little bit of a process because you have to simultaneously build the relationship and talk about the business and get them excited a little bit. But again, the key here, you guys, is excitement. You have to be excited in all that you do, in all of it.
I'll add something to that if you don't mind. A lot of ways that I've also used these opportunity posts. So, for example, Ava actually joined me on an opportunity post, and
all our big leaders.
I know, all the big leaders. So she would not have joined me if I didn't. The person in between, I was trying to get that person to join, and she was like, absolutely. First, she ignored me like 1,000 times. So you guys know how that goes. But I was persistent. I kept following up, and she said, she's like, no, I'm just not interested. I'm like, okay, since you're not interested, would you mind posting something for me? Because maybe your network's looking for something. So I like to take all my no's and ask them to do it. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have Ava and her whole team. So take those no's and take advantage of this opportunity post for those people too.
Yes, that's a great strategy. And a lot of people do it that way as well. And it can get that person in their head, oh, maybe I should do this. Or you just get a really great person out of it. So we're going to work with you on how to do this because it's a great way to expand your network. Another thing I want to point out, just a quick strategy, is make sure that you are focusing on 555 and try to get to at least that every single day. Friend request 5 new people, message 5 people initially that you've never messaged about the business. Again, you can always fall back on products if the business isn't their thing. And then you also want to follow up with 5 people. Unless you're brand new, if you've only been in this for a month, then you might not have many follow-ups. But you want to try and stick with that. And a great way to find some new friends is to think of friends that you admire, respect, love, care about, think are just really positive people. Go to their Facebook page, look at their friends, and friend request some of them. The 3 most recent people that have joined me, I got them through doing that. They're people that were friends with my friends. And I was liking on their pictures when they would post. I was commenting. I would message them every once in a while. I made them feel like I cared about them because I do. I actually genuinely do love growing my connections and the people that I become close with in this business. So just a couple quick ideas. I don't want to take a ton of time on it, but I thought you guys could get a little bit of training on that. And Brittany, what else did you want me to go? Why don't you take over for a few minutes? Give me a voice break and give them a voice break from me. And then you can talk a little bit about what you were going to share.
Yeah, so I did miss the first few minutes, but I did want to go over social media with a little bit with you guys. And I know I did a video on this a few days ago on Team Achieve Australia, so you can always go back and refresh and watch that. But I see this is being recorded, so you can watch this too. But I'm just going to give you a few tips that I have found to be really helpful because same with Melissa, I've also, so like even Crystal, my new girl, she joined because I added her on Facebook randomly and we stayed connected. And I think it's really important what you show on Facebook because there can be oversharing and then there can be undersharing, and both are not okay. You want to kind of have that nice medium. So when it comes to your Facebook, I know a lot of you have a personal page, like your normal Facebook page, and then you have your business page, which I think both are great and both are needed. But if you're not posting on your personal page and people aren't feeling like they're getting to know you and how you fit this business into your life and how they can maybe fit it into theirs, they're not going to see it. Because a lot of times people will unfollow business pages. So it doesn't mean you shouldn't not have one, But make sure if you're posting on your business page, make sure to also be posting probably twice, I would say, a week, maybe 3 times out of 10 days on your personal page about Rodan and Fields. You also do want to show people your personal life too, so they feel like they're getting to know you. Okay, this girl does this, I do that too. If she can do it, I can do it. That's really the ultimate goal you're trying to do, is make people think that they can do it too. Because if you're making this look like it's really hard, or maybe you're showing that you're posting every single day, they're going to think, wow, I have to do that every day. So what I would do is get a calendar, and this is my best advice. I have a calendar, and I will plan out my posts for the week. I try to really show that I'm doing something every day. I'll ask a question post, maybe like just go through my page and Melissa's and see. But I'll ask a question, try to get people involved, because when they comment on your post, they like posts, they're going to start popping up more on their page. So make a few question posts every once in a while. And then you also want to try to have a good mix of what you do for Rodan and Fields posts. Now, this is important. So think about your business as you want to show that your business is open, right? So that's why it's important to post on your personal page. I would switch it up between before and afters, and make sure it's a good before and after, guys. Don't find like a Google image that looks all crappy and like barely put together. Go through and use our images, or there's some great ones in the library. Sorry, it might go in and out. I'm in an area that's kind of funky, but find good before and afters that have very clear images, maybe a little story behind it, and you are absolutely allowed to copy and paste what other people put, what we put. Please, if it's out there, use it, copy, paste. It shouldn't take you longer than 5 minutes to put up a post. The second kind of post, which I love these kind of posts, are lifestyle posts. I want you guys to start this into your lifestyle. For example, you go to the beach one day, going on your laptop, or with your kids, maybe ask that you're literally able to do where it's not, you don't have to drive into work or anything like that. And then the third kind of post, or you can even do like a face mask. Yeah,
Brittany, didn't
am I
hear
going
what
in and out?
you said, hon.
Okay, what part did you cut out?
When you started talking about the example of the lifestyle post.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so lifestyle posts are when you want to show how you work it into your business. So a couple examples would be, I was saying, like, I know it's winter there, so maybe you're not going to the beach anymore, but if you are, or maybe you're out at a restaurant, a coffee shop, take a picture of you and your laptop showing you can work this business from anywhere. Show that you're literally have a face mask on your phone, and you're literally working your business while your face mask dries. So just show how you can fit it into little pieces of your day, so they feel like they can. That's why I love opportunity posts. It makes people believe they can do this. And then the final post I really love is sharing success stories. And I really think this is a big piece of how I grew in the beginning. When I was looking back through my posts, I didn't have a success story to share in the beginning, and neither does anyone when they first start. So if you're afraid to tell people about the success that you have not created yet, share what other people have created. So every week I made a habit of sharing someone's story, and that would connect with one person, at least one. So I kind of think of my network. So say I'm talking to a teacher, and that teacher is like, well, I don't know. I don't think teachers can do this. It's sales. They give you every excuse in the book. Put up a post about Melissa, how she was a kindergarten teacher, and look where she's at now. So when you show other people's success and our team's success, people start feeling like, okay, maybe I can do this too. So those are just a couple different kinds of posts I want you guys to start incorporating into your personal pages. And again, don't post on your business page and then share it on your personal page. Actually copy and paste and put it on your personal page, and people will start to see that a little bit more, and then you'll get more engagement too. Am I missing anything, Melissa? Those are the 3 main posts, and I just think it's so important to show your pride in this business and show that you're making it work every single day and that you are open for business. Don't make people think you're not open for business, like you joined and then just went away. You really want to showcase that.
I think it's important also to share what it has allowed you to do. And those are the kind of posts that I think you should share with your sponsor, and let your sponsor look at it first, because you don't want to come across that you're bragging necessarily. But you want to make sure that people want to know, is this are you making any money? Like, is this doing anything for you? And so, it could just be a relationship thing. I love when you guys post that you guys are all together and you love doing this together and you love making new friends. That's so powerful, because that's sometimes the thing that people are missing in their lives. But also for me, it was 100% financial. So you're going to have those people, and people who are 100% needing finances work really hard because we really need it. So show people, when you have your payday, I know I've seen some of you do this before, when you have your payday, but don't just say how amazed you are at the money, but also say, I have never, for me, it was, I have never been able to just go and spend money on those extra little things. I've never been able to go and get, an expensive Starbucks coffee. I've never been able to go and buy myself a bag that I wanted or shoes that I wanted. So when I'm able to do things like that because of my extra money, I share that with people. That's what this business is allowed for me to do. So make sure that you're thinking of those things as well. When we do get paid, people want to know what it's doing for you. Brittany, do you mind if I talk about the pages real quick?
Yeah, yep, that's fine.
I just want you all to be aware that if you like having a separate page, I'm not going to tell you how to run your businesses. You can do your business however you want if you feel it's helping you. If you feel that you really like it and it's worth the work, then go ahead and do that. But I will say that Brittany, myself, Kristen, like every single person above me, none of us have a separate business page. So don't feel like you have to have one. On your personal page, you can absolutely just share, as long as you're careful about it. Like Brittany said, share the products on occasion every few days. Share it, Rodan and Fields post every few days. It can rotate between product, lifestyle, sharing someone else's success and story, things like that. But just make sure you're also just doing your personal, like you, your kids, your family, your life, your fun, like all that stuff. But don't feel like you have to have a separate page, because none of us do. Again, if you like it, go for it. If you feel like it's helping you, go ahead. But I've seen several of them, and I want you to know that you don't have to. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, Britt, what else, girlfriend?
I just want to let you know, lady. Can you hear me? I just want to let you know we have around 6 minutes ago. So just letting you know, time check.
Oh, no, that's fine. Thank you. I don't think I have much more to say. I think we've hit on a lot. I don't want to fill your brains with too much.
Yeah.
And as we said, I'm pretty sure Melissa mentioned this in the beginning, we want to make a monthly call like this where we take what you guys think would be helpful and share what we've learned or how we've done it, or maybe if you're struggling, but hope this you can start implementing this right away and start seeing results. But just overall be confident and know you're sharing an amazing brand, you're sharing an amazing product, and the more confident you feel, the more confident other people will feel to either buy or join you. That's bottom line what I have to say.
Do we want to do some questions or anything?
Yeah, we still have around 6 minutes. So
Okay.
Any of you have question, ladies? Like this is our chance. So we don't always have Melissa and Brittany in one call. So go ahead. Please ask your questions.
Hello.
Hi.
Pauline.
Hi. Yeah, I do have a question. It's actually a question from my downlines, but they couldn't hop in tonight. So it's from Adriani and Juby. They're specifically asking about the commissions. So it's like how we calculate it and all that stuff. So because from retail, I knew that we get the difference, but then how does it make different from making up a PC? Because they were like comparing if you get higher commission, just the difference from retail to the consultant price compared to the PC, which is already discounted. So I don't want to answer in like I'm not confident enough to like share on the PC part of it, but I told them that I do know that you still get some percentage of it, which makes it like higher compared to just having the retail customers instead.
Okay. First, I'll start with in terms of like I've never in my 4 years had a retail sale. Brittany hasn't either, and it's I think because of the confidence we have and how we present it. Again, people like to be told what to do for the most part. So when someone's buying, I'm like, okay, well, I am going to make you a preferred customer because it saves you 10% for life, free shipping for life. There is a one-time $19.95 fee to get you into this incredible program where you will have access to so much. You'll never have to pay it again, and there is no obligation to ever purchase again. I can manage your account. I can make sure you only get products when you want products, and I will take care of that for you. But you'll get all those benefits. And so they're like, okay, that's it. End of story. I just say, this is what I'm doing. This is why. I have their email. I have their password. I log into their account. I delay. We have conversations. I just posted in Team Inspire all of these incredible language of how to take care of your customers and things like that. So take a look at that. So just a tip, because you do make more money off of preferred customers. But as far as commissions go, there is a file in the Biz Dev library in Pulse. You guys, you have the Biz Dev library, right? I know your layout's a little
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is a file on, I think it's called Pricing Guide. So print that out, have access to that, save it on your phone. The commission that you make, the money you make for retail, is the difference between the consultant pricing and the retail pricing. That is what you make. That's your commission for retail sales. How you make money with preferred customer sales is the difference between the consultant price and the preferred customer price. So you're always thinking it's between what you pay and what they pay, okay? So it's between the consultant pricing and the preferred customer pricing, but you make an additional 10% when it's a preferred customer on top of that. If you hit executive consultant, you make an additional 5% on top of that 10%. So it's the difference in pricing between wholesale and preferred customer plus 15% if you become executive consultant, if you're at least 600 in sales. So that's our commission for, and it is about 32% for preferred customers if you're EC, but that's the exact way to figure it out. We also have a sheet that has the exact commission on all of our products as well. So I can share that again on the team page. And then for your team, for the people that are underneath you, every sale that they make, every sale the people under them make, that's 5%. So that's pretty easy.
Okay.
Hopefully that helps.
Yeah. If you could share it again as well on the page, on the group, so I could tag them on it or copy the file and then share it to them as well. Thank you.
Yes, of course. You're welcome. We have, it says less than a minute. So if somebody wants to ask a question, if we don't get a chance to answer it, I can always go live on the page, or Brittany can, and we can answer it.
Yeah, I just want to thank our US uplines, Melissa and Brittany, for hopping on the call tonight, and probably next month as well. So we are going to make another schedule, and we are going to prepare questions that we want to ask them. So team, thank you so much for hopping in tonight, and I hope that this call has been very valuable to you. Sorry about that. It's been valuable to you and valuable to your business. So thank you so much for your time, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night. Good morning.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.
Be excited. Be excited. Be confident.